Hello and welcome everybody, I'm Mcree, and today we are checking out these ATH-R50x, which are open back headphones made by Audio-Technica. Now, full disclosure, Guitar Center did send these to me so I can do a review on them, and yeah, we're gonna do a review on them, and I appreciate Guitar Center for doing so. However, I know for a fact that someone's gonna be in the comment section crying, but it is what it is, man. I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. I got plenty of headphones, but these are the first open back headphones that I've done a review on. Spoiler alert, I have blown my Geargasm load in a previous video. And these are crystal clear too. I can't wait to use the open backs though, bruh. That's gonna be crazy. With no further ado, let's get to it. It's not in there. To show proof that there was nothing in the box when I threw it, dude, I've already had these headphones already out. And the box in itself is a nicely designed. It is a little bit of annoying to close. I will say that much in terms of just the box in itself. The content in the box are the Audio-Technica open back headphones. Get a short wire, which I believe there are two different wires. One is 1.2 meters, while the other one is 3 meters. So the 3 meters is already hooked up because I like a long wire, and it's great that they offer that within the box here. And of course you get a manual, so you get to see what you need to do, your safety and all that. And then they give you this carry pouch, which has this Illuminati looking thing right here, QX-File music. In terms of build quality, I find these headphones to be pretty solid. I mean, this is metal that has these little holes in it. That's because they're open back headphones. They have this nice detail with this logo. I'm not usually a big fan of logos being on headphones, but it seems like they are hearing us out when it comes to these obnoxious headphone logos and stuff like that, obviously, but more so in the build quality in itself. They have these nice little muffs that are not going to tear up because they're not made out of false leather. If you're familiar with any other brand, a lot of headphones in themselves usually have some of this weird false leather stuff. These feel more so like suede than anything, and they're metallically built. The only thing I see that's maybe plastic and could tear up are these right here, which these are the latches, because you can adjust these headphones. They're not very easy to do right now, and that's good because that means they're brand new headphones. You also get these muffs right here that also feel kind of like suede-ish and don't look like they will tear up immediately. And then you have this metal headband strap right here that can fit on your head, of course. And since these are adjustable, I find these to be decent for what it is. I will make a mental note that you can detach the wire, and that's one of the things, and it's very difficult to do once you put it in. Oh, you got to give it a turn, and then you pull it out, and then you put it back in. You probably have to give it a turn and put it back in, but there you go. Other things worth noting about these headphones, these drivers are 45 millimeters, so they are pretty big drivers. I have big ears, so I'm cool with that. Frequency response is at 40 kilohertz, so you won't have a problem with hearing all of your frequency. That is the frequency response. And the sensitivity is up to 93.3 decibels. So these are pretty loud headphones, and the ohms are at 50 ohms, which is a strange number, but I'm willing to try it out anyways. If I was to unplug these headphones and show you, it does come with an adapter. That is something I should have mentioned earlier. So you can have a 3.5 millimeter to this right here, which is a 6.3 millimeter jack. In terms of comfortability, these feel extremely comfortable. Even though I have a toboggan on the top of my head, they don't feel like they are tearing my head up. Just to give you a side view right here, they look very sleek and not distracting, and they feel like they're not gonna fall off my head, which are all pluses in my books. Just so you can get a view from the front, they look really nice on top of my head. I don't know about your head. A lot of you fools out there got big ass heads. Look, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I got a big head too. But as you can see, they look fine. They look smooth. If I was to move them up forward here, what if you was one of these guys, a DJ, boom. They look cool. They're not falling off. Are you happy now? I took the hat off. Ugh. I know there's gonna be someone complaining in the comment section. Here it goes. You happy? You happy? Good. If we want to talk about feature sets, it has no Bluetooth feature, no wireless transmitter like the ATH-R50x DJ wireless, no microphone. These are not gaming headphones, but you can game with these headphones, and they are wired, of course, because they're not wireless. If you're looking for any of that offering, if you're talking about mixing or something like that, well, these are open back headphones, and that's what they're meant for, mixing and listening to music and stuff like that, of that nature. And that's why I talk about the ATH-R50x. I can unplug these and then use these wirelessly. I won't get too much into comparisons between these two, but if you wanted a pair of wireless headphones, then I recommend these because these are wireless and low latency and they have Bluetooth and all that. But if you happen to like these headphones, you already own them and you just on this channel just to see my opinion about these headphones, well, if you want to look for software or something like that where there's some calibration, well, you can just go ahead and get you one of these right here, which is the Arc On-Ear, and this will give you room simulation, great software, and a great application, and for you to model other headphones as well, seeing if you want to just stick it out and learn the blueprint behind these babies right here. Obviously, the biggest question is the sound quality because these are mixing headphones, and how do they sound? Well, extremely good. Main thing that I noticed with these headphones is that they are very generous on all frequencies. So when I listen to these headphones, I don't necessarily find myself trying to guess what is too loud, what is too low, or whatever the case may be. I find these headphones to sit into the middle of loud enough, and not too loud. Now, what am I saying when I say that? It happens to deal with the ohms. So these are 50 ohms. Normally, when you get headphones, there are 80 ohms if they're made for an amplifier that is powerful, or they sit around 30 to 40 ohms. Like for an example, Bluetooth headphones have a lower ohms level because, you know, when you're running audio through Bluetooth, it's kind of a weak signal, so it needs to be boosted in that measure. So these headphones aren't something that you would necessarily plug up to your smart device. They're meant for this kind of task. I'm gonna put these headphones to more tasks in the way that I know, which is the MPC. So I got a hip hop track. Go ahead and remove my toboggan. Ooh. What I've noticed is the kick drum is throbbing. So let's go ahead and listen to it with some bass. I can tell it needs a little bit of room. Let's go ahead and see if we can work on that. I'm pushing my MPC to the limits here. Overall, I find these headphones to have an honest sound. I don't know if that means anything to you, but damn, they are crystal clear. Now for a pair of open back headphones, I think I'm fairly impressed because of the simple fact that I can hear myself with these headphones on, and I have no mic in front of me. I don't have any audio monitoring on, and I'm using my Ozbot Fox so that I can talk. It's good to hear yourself naturally and not be so enclosed. That's the thing I don't like about closed back headphones. You need to have some type of source running through in order for you to know if things are working in order, if we're doing talking videos like this. But more so, one thing I've learned about the mixing experience with these headphones is that they have a quite honest sound, that the fact that you're not compact in, they don't make you congested and stuff like that. I mean, the only real caveats I have for this is it would be cool for them to have a pair that is wireless. They're fairly lightweight, and that's not necessarily concerning as it is a thumbs up in terms of build quality. And one of the other things I noticed about these open back headphones from Audio-Technica, you can easily balance stuff and you can hear if it's too loud, not to mention you can be self-aware of everything that's going on in the room. And I don't think a lot of people understand that sometimes when you have closed back headphones, you're not aware of what's going on. Like I just heard my girlfriend walk through the door and I ain't got to worry about nothing. So that is a cool thing. But overall, I do approve the bass, the treble, the low, mids, and highs per se are extremely good. Listening to them on devices like your smartphone and all that, or you can listen to them, but it will have to be wired. So I think that's a con. But overall, though, I think I have a good impression on these headphones.